What's up, guys? Brent Hess here with Cagezilla Unchained, brought to you by the Wild Style Network. We are here with one of our powerful, lightweight fights here coming up on Cagezilla84, April 26th. We are here with Robert, the Golden Boy Straight. How you doing, my man? Thank you for joining us here on Cagezilla Unchained here today.
I appreciate you for having me. I'm doing great.
Awesome, man. Well, let's get right into it, man. First of all, how'd you get the name Golden Boy? I always like to start off with fighter origination names, and maybe you got a nice one.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an inside joke between me and a friend that no longer trains with us anymore. She moved down to North Carolina, but basically, what happened is her and her boyfriend at the time broke up. Me and my girlfriend at the time had broken up, and then we went to New York and competed at IBJJF for at Hofstra University, and he's DMing her, blowing up her phone, and I guess he checked her Instagram, and we're posted up on Instagram together, and then at the time, I guess he was jealous about it or whatever this case may be, but he was texting her. He's like, "It's crazy that you said you wanted space, and then now you're posted up in New York with the Thompsons, who are my coaches, Josh and Melissa, and their Golden Boy." So then I kind of just made it that out of spite, but it kind of just stuck.
The Golden Boy. All right, that's a unique way to get your fight name, right? That was a story behind that, right? So
Yeah.
that is funny. That is funny, and so it's not a playoff of Oscar De La Hoya. It's actually your own story.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, give our Cagezilla Unchained fans a way to get to know you a little bit. Give us a little bit about on your upbringing, your background, and kind of what led to this point for you in your MMA journey.
So I grew up in Martinsburg, right there, right off of Queen Street. So like the main street that goes through Martinsburg. I grew off of just a little side road on it.
Oh, wow.
And I guess I was a bad kid. I'm not even gonna lie. I was probably I was a little asshole. Most of the teachers didn't like me, stuff like that. I was always getting in trouble for fighting and everything. But my mom wouldn't never let me get into like training or anything like that. She wouldn't let me start like wrestling or karate or any of the fucking martial arts because she thought it was gonna make me fight more. Um but then I got in high school and started wrestling my sophomore year. One of my buddies got me into it. And then I ended up my sophomore year, broke my hand after like I won one match my sophomore year, broke my hand, couldn't wrestle the rest of the season. And then junior year, it was the year that COVID came out, and I had like maybe 20 matches, I think, before the season ended. And then my senior year was my first full season, and after that, I didn't make the state tournament. I qualified, didn't make it, and then after that, it was like a year or two, and then I was coaching at the high school, but I wasn't doing nothing. I was just working and then going to lift. I had nothing to do. One of my buddies invited me to Nine Realms, and he boxes up for WVU now, but he invited me out there, and I started grappling there at first, and then Josh and Melissa, I don't even know how it happened. They just kind of like made me do everything. Like I didn't want to go and strike or do any of that at first. I just wanted to do jujitsu and compete. And then now I'm coaching wrestling there, and I got a bunch of kids that I take to wrestling tournaments throughout the summer. We're competing once or twice a month in jujitsu, and oh my, it's just everywhere. I'm always doing something.
Man, no, that's awesome, honestly. And it sounds like, I know you got a wonderful coach, Coach Josh Thompson there. And I spoke to him actually this past weekend. He was really excited to have you on here at Cagezilla. And I know, Nine Realms, you guys have a history of being as part of the Cagezilla and TCB as well. Nine Realms, explain to me what the Nine Realms are. Maybe you can give me a little background on that.
So the Josh and Melissa, they're both pagan, like Nordic pagan, and
Oh,
like I guess it's like the Nine Realms is I only know a little bit of it from like the God of War series, and it's it's the different realms of humanity. So you got like what's the giant realm? Muspelheim, Helheim, stuff like it's the different realms, and they're basically all on one plane, but the different doors can get you into different areas. Kind of like the multiverse theory, how it's like we're all sitting in one spot just at different frequencies. It's kind of like that, except all of the all the realms are in the same spot, just you different doors to open it and stuff like that. And they like do the thing where they charge their runes. They got like rune tattoos, like Nordic runes. They like charge them in the moonlight and all that stuff. So
jeez.
it's based off of their like how they live their life.
Oh, wow. John's back here shaking his head. He must know a little bit more about this than I do, but
He
sounds
probably
sounds
knows more than I do.
sounds interesting. Well, moving on to your fighting, I commentated your last fight inside the Cagezilla cage. The only blemish on your otherwise perfect record, it was up at 165 pounds versus Wilson Melgar, who's our co-main event upcoming here on this upcoming card. A barn burner of a fight. Tell us, Robert, what key takeaways did you get from that fight, and maybe some things that you learned to kind of bring you forth into your next one.
The biggest jump is I think I just need to start playing my game more. I knew he was a big Muay Thai guy because he previously won two fights in a row against one of my teammates, Randall Harris at TCB. And
Okay.
I was like, I gotta get my get back. I can't let you go out like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll beat him in the stand up. And I mean, I feel like I held my own being coming from a grappling background. I feel like I held my own against him, made it a good striking bout. But I'm not gonna play that game anymore. If they're especially with the reach advantage that just about everybody I'm fighting has above me. I mean, he's the shortest guy I've fought, and I'm pretty sure he was 6 foot. Like, it's fine. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I'm definitely gonna have to start playing my game more. I'm
Yeah.
gonna work to my strikes, work to my takedowns. Uh, and the cage wrestling is just so much it's so much harder and it's more taxing, especially when they're able to sit down and make you carry all their weight and they've got the cage holding them up behind them. It's a completely different form of wrestling that I'm still trying to get used to and incorporate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man. It was a heck of a fight, like I said. And yeah, you got to play to your strengths, man. You got to play to the things that work best for you. You can't just use ego and try to go out there and make it a striking war all the
Yeah.
time. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Although in the third round, you had a huge pickup body slam, man. You body slammed him and had a nice double leg, and so you like I said, you had your moments of greatness in that fight. But ultimately, he ended up coming out on top. But now you're down at a little bit lower weight class, slowly making your way down to the lightweight division, I believe, and maybe possibly the right weight class for you.
Yeah.
You're up against a talented, undefeated young fighters such as yourself, Jimmy Brashears. He's got a 100% finish rate in all of his fights. Robert, tell us what, if anything, you know about Jimmy heading into this lightweight showdown you guys got April 26th.
I haven't seen him fight since I think it was his debut. He fought another guy from our gym, Xavier, who has moved from MMA because his grappling's dog shit. And so now he just does Muay Thai, which he does a lot better there. He's a great forward pressure fighter. But that's the only time I've seen Jimmy fight was in that debut, and
Okay.
Xavier can't grapple and got taken down immediately. So I mean, there wasn't much to watch from it, but I know he
Yeah.
likes to grapple, so I'm excited for it.
Well, hey, speaking of excited, I know you want to get that get back for your teammate. You know what I mean? I know he's got a win over your teammates, so you want to get that for sure. You want to get that one back. What kind of energy should we expect to see come fight night from the Golden Boy here in this big lightweight showdown here at Cagezilla84?
Look, I love winning fights, but I can't just beat him in the first round. You know what I mean? I need to put on a show. I need to make sure that he knows that 9 rounds don't come to play and Xavier don't count.
Xavier don't count.
Xavier don't count. Don't put that on your resume, man.
Well, hey, man, it sounds like you're coming to make a statement, and I look forward to seeing you in there. I was telling your coach, I said, man, he's an exciting guy that I've had my eye on from the beginning, and definitely a Cagezilla fan favorite for sure. And before we leave here, I always like to kind of collect a quote or a motto from you guys, maybe something you've read, something your coaches maybe Coach Peterson has shared with you, Coach Thompson, sorry, that maybe you can pass along to us in our Cagezilla audience that could empower them.
I have one quote that I read, and I don't remember if it was Aristotle or if I know it was a Greek philosopher for sure. I just don't remember which one it is, but it goes, it was something like, it says, it's such a pity for a man to live his entire life without seeing what his body's truly capable of. And that's what I'm trying to keep my MMA goals toward, is to not settle and not want to be mediocre. You know what I mean? I want to be one of the greats. So
Yeah.
winning a couple of amateur fights, putting on a show, that doesn't actually mean anything to me in the grand scheme of things. I'm just here to learn, get experience, and be the best that I can until I'm ready to take that next step.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that next step, I don't think is too far away from you. And like you said in that quote, it's a shame to go through life and not see what your body can do, right? And so those of you guys who do enter the bright Cagezilla lights and get under into that arena, you guys are doing just that. You know, you're not being talkers, you're not being people trolling online. You're the man in the arena. And that comes down, what it comes down to is that's the person who holds all the weight, you know, and for you to go in there and test yourself, man, I certainly enjoy watching you in there, and I'm looking forward to it, man. So give us a way that we can follow this journey, man, whether it be your social medias or maybe your team's social medias. Give us a way that we can follow you online and show you a little love.
So you can follow me on Instagram at insert fighter name here. All one word, all lowercase. I post after every fight, after every wrestling tournament, after every jiu-jitsu comp, any seminars that I do. I post after everything. My profile is public. You can DM me, text me, anything like that. I'm always on my phone. I like answering people. I like talking to the fans. My gym, 9 Rounds MMA, all lowercase, all one word. You can follow us there, and you can see. I mean, Coach Josh likes to post. He likes to post a lot, so you're getting 4 or 5 a day from him.
Hey, man. Well, thank you for that, and we'll definitely give you guys a follow. I follow you guys for sure, and you guys have some exciting content. Man, really looking forward to seeing you fight, man, coming up here. I hope training and everything continues to go awesome for you, and you stay healthy leading up to April 26th here. And Robert, thank you once again for joining us here on Cagezilla Unchained, man. It was a pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys. There you have it. Robert, the Golden Boy Straight, will be taking on Jimmy Brashears in a huge lightweight fight that you don't want to miss. Two guys who are power, both on the feet and on the ground. So once again, don't miss this one. The whole card is going to be amazing. You can pick up your tickets at CagezillaTickets.com. Until next time, signing off, Cagezilla Unchained. Much love and respect. See you guys all very soon.